Did any of you guys know that Airbnb did activities or excursions or whatever you want to call them? I sure didn't. They seem to be the most popular form of activity or excursion booking in Mexico. So, me and Felicia today figured we'd try one out. Now, for those of you that know me or have watched my previous videos, you understand that I'm probably the most anti-tour guy there is. I would much prefer to just go to a place myself and do whatever trip or activity it is, not through a tour group. One, most of the time it's cheaper. Two, you're not restricted by timelines and time frames and anything like that. You can go at your own pace. And three, and this is a big one, today, I've got the mega shits. Now, why does me having the mega shits matter at all? Because we booked this tour, that means I can't cancel, I can't postpone it for a day. I have to be there at this time or I lose out on all of our money. So as is the reality of travel sometimes, you've just got to suck it up, chug a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. Not good. Not good. And go have some fun. Gracias. Now, one thing that's important to mention is Airbnb is not sponsoring this video. They should be, but they are not. I've booked this activity entirely on my own accord using Airbnb, and I will give them credit. It was a super simple process. When you're in the app or on your computer, you're able to actually just go to activities near you. It's actually right on the homepage there, and you're able to look at what's happening in your area, I suppose. Being able to see reviews of the activity and the host, just like you would when you're booking accommodation, is actually a really nice feature. It is something that, even though I'm not a big tour guy, it is nice to be able to see that. All right, but enough rambling. We are here at Barcadero Cuemanco, which is one of the entrances to the old Aztec canals, UNESCO heritage site here in Mexico City. This is gonna be really, really cool. Lots of mezcal, lots of tequila. It's a Friday, so don't know how busy it's gonna be, but either way, this is gonna be fun. This is the trusty steed. What's it called?
La patrona, trajinera.
Trajinera. Ah, okay.
Xochimilco, I don't know if you guys knew this, but is actually known as the Venice of Mexico City because of all of its intricate canals, which are man-made, which we'll talk a little bit more about as we go along. But it's really impressive to think that during, before the Spanish came, so in pre-Hispanic times, these were all made by people. Just to give you an idea of the expansion of the area, we're talking 184 kilometers, so it's a very, very big space. Apart from that, I'd like to introduce you guys to Angel. Let's give Angel a big round of applause.
Angel.
Okay, so Angel is our trajinero for today. So trajinero means boatman, but it means boatman specifically to this type of boat because we are on what is called a trajinera. Okay, so Angel will be taking care of us, rowing us to safety. And I'll be doing all the talking today. So again, my name's Christine, and thank you so much for joining us today.
amazing. You cannot swish tequila in your mouth like that and be okay afterwards.
Well, we'll have to try. We'll have to
Just a little tipsy, that's all.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
God, I have something to big one.
So what was the name of the gentleman who owned that plot of land again?
Don Nicolás.
Don Nicolás.
His nickname is Don Colacho.
Don Colacho. Amazing. So Christine here has done such an incredible job explaining things. I feel like I don't even really need to talk. That island we just visited there was Don Colacho, as you just heard. Super cute family, really cool little setup there with their house. They have the bar. I didn't even know it. It almost looks like it could have been like that used to be like a hotel or something. So Christine was saying, which is really cool, is that a lot. Sure. Yes. There you go. Saying that a lot of the younger generation now actually puts in money and time to help a lot of these families who live on the canals, help them build up a bit more of a tourist appealing environment. So that last place was beautiful. They've helped them kind of create a better farming environment. They've built a cool bar. It almost seemed like it was a bit of a hotel or something, but either way, absolutely beautiful. Really, really beautiful, these places. And this boat cruise, man, our boy over here, I'm really bad at forgetting his name already, but he's got a beautiful, steady pace.
Hey, look.
Even if you get seasick, you're not gonna hear. This is like a proper, lovely, slow boat booze cruise.
And he plays. There are Selena songs.
I should have done some research. We now are next to the mariachi boat. Apparently these guys are the best mariachis in the canals. According to Christine, these are the best mariachis in all of Mexico City, actually, I heard.
You're so pretty that I like. Okay, so let's start with Mexicolito. Gracias. Oh, yeah, there and Oncali in Nahuatl means family. So it's run by a specific family. And again, going back to the revival of this area, it's now being ran by the grandson of the original owner. So I'm gonna get the food, and then from there, or actually not from there, if you guys want to get off the boat, take a little walk around. One thing that is really interesting about here, if you take a look over there, you'll see some pictures painted onto the little hut over there. So this is called, do you guys know what animal that is? What species? Axolotl. Excellent.
It's very hard to pronounce, or when you're reading it.
So in Spanish it's ajolote, in English it's axolotl, and in Nahuatl it's axolotl.
That's axolotl.
Axolotl. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that perfectly, but that's kind of, hopefully.
They never.
And this is like the sanctuary kind of place.
So this is, so a little bit of information about the ajolotes, the axolotls. They are endemic to this area, okay? They're from the salamander species, but they have unfortunately been in extinction for some time. So when I was telling you guys earlier about how they were trying to revive this area in the early 1900s, what they did was they dumped a bunch of tilapia into the waters to try to help the fishing industry, or create a fishing industry really. And what that did was that caused a problem with the ajolotes because the tilapia became immediate predators to these little guys. They have very sensitive skin. Now, cool things about them is that they have, just like if you've ever seen a lizard that has lost its tail and grown it back, so these guys have this incredible capacity to regenerate. They can regenerate their limbs and their internal organs, so hearts, brains. So they're they call them the eternal young species, basically. Now, when you see them, they look like a cross, in my opinion, between a salamander, a tadpole, and an alien.
Amazing. Oh, here come our favorite mariachis again. Oh, they even jumped on this other boat. These guys were lucky enough to have the mariachis actually jump on the boat. Okay, well, we've gotten to the second stop now on the tour, and I have to say this has definitely been the Christina show, or no, sorry, well, the Christine show, not the Rogan show, which is probably a nice refreshing change, actually, but gracias. This is probably the best tour I think I've ever been on in my life. Can you scooch down one? You missed out on those really cool lizard guys.
They sound slimy.
Genuinely being fantastic. Can't recommend enough. Oh my God. Lunchtime? Check this out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You know how good a tour is when you see Felicia drinking the way she's drinking. I just watched her pour more mezcal into her, what is it? Agua de Jamaica. That means the tour is good.
Sin tus caderas no puedo cantar. Sin tus caderas no puedo gozar. Sin tus caderas y movimiento mi ritmo y música va a parar. Sin tu cadera mi melodía no vale nada. Sin tus caderas mi ritmo no se llama el son.
That's Felicia's salsa. We're gonna practice. We're gonna do some practice.
Fiesta no hay ron. Sin tus caderas y movimiento mi ritmo y música.
What a day. What a tour. We're both a little bit more steamboated than intended, I think. Especially me. A lot of mezcal, a lot of tequila, but man, that was one hell of a boat ride. So much fun, so informative. And now the both of us have the super exciting prospect of getting on a bus and going to Oaxaca. Excited to sit on a bus for 8 hours?
I'm probably just gonna pass out, that's right.
That's why you drink before a bus ride, so you can pass out. See you in Oaxaca.
Muévete mami ahora, muévete, muévete.